Yeah.
And V-ups today?
I haven't done mine yet. I gotta do them later. I don't think I'll be improving any though. I don't know. Not yet. Anyway, not yet.
No, like I was running this morning and I actually got a stitch. And it was like going, oh crap. Anyway, so I was doing some speed work, so I was just kind of like going, it's kind of expected ramping stuff up like that. But anyways, just like going, So.
Everyone is supposed to have a warm-up movement written on a piece of paper.
Is the writing it on a piece of paper mandatory? I couldn't figure
No,
out
you can just say it.
will work.
You can just say it, but when I call your name, it's just fun to put it up to the screen. I have our deck of cards.
Did you remove all the like Jack, Queen, King?
I removed the weird ones. Yeah, I removed the weird ones. So no, the Jack, Queen, Kings are still in there. Those count as 10.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure how that worked.
Yeah.
Okay.
And ace is 1?
Ace is 1. Yes, ace is 1. Yeah.
Ace is like 31.
31.
No.
Ace is 1. Hi, Danny. All right. Vanessa, what are you playing with out there?
Sorry?
What do you look like? You're messing. You guys were both focused on something. Like you're messing with something.
No,
we're just defocused.
Defocused.
We haven't talked all morning. He's been in meetings. So
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Cellmates. I keep referring to Leah as my cellmate, and when we go down to the track, I call it yard time. We're doing prison workouts down at the yard. So
That's actually really.
Has everybody read the workout today? Give me a thumbs down if you haven't read it yet today. Everybody read it? Thumbs down, Matthew. You haven't read it? Okay, I'm just gonna quickly run through it for 2 seconds before we get started, and while everyone's getting situated here. But for the warm up, I had something a little bit different. I was getting you guys to call it out. I wanted you to write down a movement on a piece of paper, and then you're gonna hold that piece of paper up to your screen. And as a group, we're going to do 10 of those. So how liked you will be depending on how much fun, how many people wrote down burpees or otherwise. If you didn't write one down or you don't have one written down because you didn't know, you can just say one, that's fine. Then we're gonna do 2 rounds of a 30-second wall sit and a 30-second plank, just a little bit of static engagement for that piece there. And then I wanna do 5 sets of 10 plank drags. So when I say plank drags, does anybody not know what I'm talking about when I say that? Thumbs up if you don't know what that means.
Is it from your hands?
It is from your hands. So you'll be planking in an FLR position. Okay? Maybe I'll just demo it. That'll be easier. I need something to demo it with.
I just had to ask the question.
So you'll be planking from an FLR position, and you'll have your weight across the body, and then you'll drag that weight over, switch hands, and you'll do 10 of those, 5 per side. We're gonna do them together as a group. I'm going to call out the count from 1 to 10, and you will drag it each time. Obviously, the heavier the weight, the harder it is. The further you drag it away from you, the more you're going to have to reach with that opposite hand, and the more challenging it will be. So if you find yourself having difficulty with it, don't drag it very far, so it's easy to reach with your hand when you have to switch hands. Does everybody understand that one? Just nod yes. Yes. Good, good. All right. Then after that, we are doing deck of cards. So how that works, if you're not sure, I pull a card, I show it to the screen. Okay. Does that look like a mirror image to you?
No, we can't tell.
You can't tell. Well, it's a 2. It kind of looks like an S on my screen. But and I have assigned a movement to each suit. And you will do the number it is shown as the rep count. So for example, if I pull the 2 of spades, it will be 2 squats because spades are squats. If I pull the next card and it is the 3 of clubs, it will be 3 swings. So with the swing, you're going to have kettlebell, dumbbell, or backpack as something that you can do some form of a swing hinging motion with. And we're going to work our way right through the deck. Okay. Does everybody have any questions on that one? No, pretty straightforward. Yeah. The joker is 10 burpees. Okay, so let's get started. For the first warm-up movement, I'm going to Mario. What do you got, Mario? Mario's showing me 10 air squats. Nice and easy, 10 air squats. Take your time with it. Move nice and slow on these air squats. Don't bounce out of them. Take your time. I want you to use this opportunity to kind of feel where your legs are at, where the joints are at. Feel how your hips feel. Get a good butt squeeze at the top just to make sure that the glutes are getting some activation as well. Good. Practice a few good breaths. Squeeze your core at the bottom of a couple of them. Good. All right, Wade, you're up. He's looking around. He doesn't know.
I'm not ready.
Okay, just say it. Say it again, Wade.
Reverse lunges.
Reverse lunges. Same thing. Use this as a little bit to chance to warm up your balance a little bit. Nice and flat on that front foot. Slow coming down. Go a little wider feet, Natalie. It'll help with that teeter-totter there. You're walking the tightrope a little bit. There you go. Drive off the glute on that bent leg. So when you push up, don't just push up off the ball of your foot. Push up and try to engage the hamstring, the full leg to drive up out of there. All right, Danny, you're next. Nice and close. Alternating Cossack squats. Okay, so if you don't know what a Cossack squat is, you're going to be shifting from side to side on this one. Cossack squat, coming down. Side to side. You get a little stretch in here. Good. You can turn that bottom foot out if you like on this one. Good. Natasa, you're up. Jumping jacks. 10 jumping jacks. Who's not muted here? I can hear someone flunking. Alan, it's you. Thanks, buddy. All right. Steph. Show us your paper.
Toe touches.
Toe touches, front toe touches. So what she's showing there is just from this position. Good. I like this one. I don't see this one too often in these. Victoria, what do you got? Pike push-ups. So that's a push-up with from like a downward dog type position. Okay, so pike push-up, folks. So your butt's going to be high in the air when you come down to that push-up position. If you can on this one, try have your elbows go back. So your elbows are going towards your feet, not wide out. Yeah, it's almost like the same type of lowering from a handstand push-up style position. Good. Yako, you got one for us? Shoulder taps. All right. 10 shoulder taps, please, from a plank position. Let's go left, right equals 1. Think about engaging your abdomen on these ones. Tight core through on these ones. Good. Natalie? Bring it, push it closer. I can't see it. Lunges. Let's go front lunges this time. Front lunges. 10, please. 5 per side. Knee touch. Get that knee right to the ground if you can. Weight in that front heel, not ball of the foot, but in the heel. Try to keep the shin fairly vertical. Make sure the knee is not caving in. Okay? Make sure the knee is not caving into your center. Good. Brendan. Glute bridges. All right. Glute bridges, folks. 10 glute bridges. Remember, when you're driving up on these, try to engage core, hamstrings, glutes. Give it like a 1-second pause at the top. Really give it a good squeeze in there. Make sure you're not just riding up onto your shoulders. Make your hips do the work. Good. Karina. Hollow rocks or good mornings. Let's do the good mornings. We haven't done the good morning ones for a while. So if you have a weight, a light weight you'd like to do with this, you can. But otherwise, from this position, you're just going to lean forward with your knees just a tiny bit unlocked and bring your fingertips down your shins until your fingertips reach your ankles and have a little stretch. And then you're going to stand and squeeze. Nice flat back. Stand and stretch those hamstrings. If you're super flexible and you can touch your palm down to the ground, then go ahead on this one. Make sure you get the glute squeeze, the glute activation when you stand at the top. Keep your shoulder blades pulled back. Don't just round your back on this. The back stays nice and flat. Yeah. This is the money maker right here. All right, Sarah. Hold it up there closer. She's got more jumping jacks, 10 more jumping jacks. For those of you that are coming tomorrow at noon, I'm doing the Bergener warm-up and the thruster progression again tomorrow. Amanda. Walkouts, awesome. 10 walkouts, folks. Feet double wide. And you'll walk out to your hands and you'll give me a push-up from that position. And then you'll nice and slowly come back. Feel the calf stretch first, feel the hamstring stretch, stand, squeeze glutes. When you walk out to that last position before you do the push-up, your core should be engaged right at that spot. You should be squeezing your core as you descend down in that push-up. Good, we're getting loose now. Couple more people finishing up. Good. Okay, Alina.
I think they're called Russian squats, where you go down and then you squat in your arm.
The baby, like a baby. Okay, let's try that. So what she's doing there is she's coming down into a squat. From this position, reaching her hands in between the knees until you come right down and you grab onto your own feet. And then from this position with your hands still on your feet, extend your hips up till you feel the stretch in the hamstring, and then stand, reach for the roof 10 times. I think it's like a Russian baby maker, they call it. Should feel that hamstring stretch. Oh, yours was a little different than mine, Alina. But it'll do. It's great. Yeah. All right, we got time for one more. Vanessa, you got one? I can't read it. Hold it closer. Burpees. Perfect. 10 burpees. Thanks, Vanessa. Someone had to pick it. All right. So we're going to get into our stability portion that we're working on today. What I need you to have is a weighted object that you can drag from side to side. And remember what I talked about briefly, that if you want to make this more challenging, the farther you drag it away from the body, then the farther your other hand is going to have to reach under and rotate to pull that weight underneath. We are going to do it 10 times, so it'll be 5 per side per round with a 30-second rest approximately at the end. I'm going to call out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you'll go from side to side with that motion. Does anybody have any questions about this part that they need me to answer now?
Aaron, are we doing the wall sits and planks first, or that one first?
Oh, I forgot the wall sits and planks. Sorry. Where are we doing the wall sits and planks first? Thank you, Karina. 2 rounds of wall sits and planks. I'm going to start a timer and I'll call it out. If you have to go off screen for your wall sit, as long as you can hear me and come back for the plank, I'll give you a few seconds to get into the plank position before we do it. Okay. Is everybody ready for the first wall sit? Starting in 10 seconds. And come on down. Make sure your thighs are nice, parallel to the ground. It's probably a little lower than you think. If you want to make this more challenging for the second round, you can bring your weight with you and hold it out extended. Ten seconds. I'll give you 10 seconds to get into the plank. 3, 2, 1, and going for the plank position now. Wait for my call to come up. 3, 2, 1, and plank. Just holding a plank position. No drags yet. Wait, yeah. Ten seconds. And I'll give you 10 seconds. Come on up. 10 seconds to get back into the wall sit position. Starting in 3, 2, 1, wall sit. Challenge yourself on this. If you didn't go very low last time, go low this time. It's only 30 seconds. Make it suck a little bit. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll give you 10 seconds to get into the next plank. And 3, 2, 1, go. Last plank. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Well done. All right. So we are going to get into our plank drags now. If you have a question about the movement or the weight you've chosen, you can feel free to unmute yourself and ask me if need be.
What's about 30 pounds?
30 pounds? Yeah, that'd be fine. Yeah, you have a kettlebell or something?
Knapsack with a barbell in it.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, you'll just be dragging it from side to side.
Yeah.
So one of the ways that people, I don't want to say cheat this one, is their hips start to rise and they start looking more like a tent than a true plank, or they spread their feet so wide apart to assist in stability. And I wouldn't really call that a cheat, more of a scale. If you feel like you can't keep your balance, you need to widen your feet apart, that's okay. It's not bad. I do prefer your feet to be about shoulder width apart, not really much more than that. If you want to truly challenge yourself, you can go much less than that, but just to try and keep that stability, okay? Most importantly, I want you to try and keep your hips down, check in with your hips every once in a while, and make sure that they're in the right, nice straight plank for me. I will count it out. We're going to do 5 rounds, about a 30-second rest, and then we'll go 5 times. Is everybody ready for the first round?
Is back and forth 1 or is back and forth 2?
It'll be 1, 2, 3. Okay.
So each pull is 1.
Each pull is 1. Correct. Yes. We're gonna get through this pretty quickly. All right. Is everyone ready? Starting in 10 seconds. I'll count them out. You'll follow along because I'm gonna make it go slow. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check in with your hips. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And rest. 30 seconds. Easy, moderate, not bad. Like I said, the further you drag it away, the more challenging it'll get. Going again in 15 seconds.
Feet together or feet wide?
What's that, Yako?
Feet together or feet wide?
I would like them about shoulder width. Okay, so not super wide, but the narrower they are, the more challenging it is. Everyone ready? And in position, ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. Good. When we get into the deck of cards later, diamonds or hearts are going to be push-ups. Diamonds are going to be hands ground to overhead. So what that means is your feet will be a little wider than shoulder width, and you'll reach for the ground, and then you'll reach for the sky from that position. If you want to do that weighted with a plate, kettlebell, anything like that, where you're doing like that plate touch or anything, and then pressing it overhead, that will be fine as well. Ready for round 3? In 3, 2, 1, ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest. That's round 3. Spades are going to be squats. And same thing, if your legs are a little sore today and you just want to do air squats, that's fine. If you want to turn this into a goblet squat to make it a little more challenging, that'll be great as well. Clubs is going to be some sort of a swing. So it's either going to be a backpack, a dumbbell, a kettlebell, and you'll be doing a kettlebell swing or version of it with that. And then the joker is going to be 10 burpees. There's 2 jokers mixed into the deck that'll show up at different times. Ready for round 4 of the planks. In position, please. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And rest. If you've been coming to the virtual classes that I've been coaching so far, you'll notice a bit of a pattern I have where I usually program one day where I'm literally just trying to make you sweat and move. That is today. And then usually I will have one day where I try to focus on a little bit more technical skill, like a Bergener warm-up or otherwise, and then some form of muscle fatigue strength work, which is going to be the thruster progression tomorrow that we did last week. We'll be repeating it this week coming up. Get ready for the final set of planks, please. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. That's 5. All right.
Well done.
Well done.
Aaron,
Yes.
clubs for RX Plus as a deadlift?
If you have a barbell and you want to set up a light deadlift, you can for that. Light deadlift. Though, because it's fairly high, only light because it's fairly high volume though, okay?
Like 300 or?
Yeah, something like that, yeah, per side, yeah. All right, so set yourself up, and then I'm gonna quickly go through the movements, grab a drink of water, whatever, and then come on back, and I wanna quickly go through the movements that we're gonna do for this piece here. All right, so first one, come on over to the screen so you can hear me talk to you. First movement's going to be push-ups, okay? That's going to be hearts. So when you see a card come up with hearts on it, you're going to be doing push-ups. Remember, people, no flared out elbows, elbows close to the body, correct? Right? I've grilled you guys on that one a few times. Everyone should be well familiar with that one. Second movement's a little bit weird. It's going to be hands ground to overhead. So what I mean by that when I talk about that is from this position, I'm going to have my feet a little wider. I'm going to reach down, touch the ground, and then I'm going to reach for the sky. Now, This can be weighted if you like, but I'd like it to be lightweight. If you're holding a dumbbell or something, I'd want you to hold it by 2 hands, and you don't have to go all the way to the ground. You would just hinge down and then press overhead. If you plan on doing this with a weight, I want you to hold it up to the camera now. I want to see what you've got. Kettlebell, yeah, okay, 10, yeah, good. Good, yeah, dumbbell. Yeah, a dumbbell is perfect for this. Ideally, when you're holding the dumbbell, you're holding it on the ends, and you don't go all the way to the ground, and you'll smash your fingers. You just go to about mid-shin and then back up, okay? So it is kind of like a clean and jerk with a dumbbell, all right? If you have a clean and jerk set up for this, keep it light. It's going to be spicy, and we don't have a lot of time for it. Next one is just squats. You can do that a goblet version, air squat, whatever type of squat you like. Next one is going to be a swing. So you're going to be swinging something in a kettlebell fashion. Same idea, just swing just to a Russian position from there. If you want to do a deadlift for this one, if you have a barbell setup, that's okay as well.
Aaron,
Yes,
can you show with the dumbbell how you would hold it if you're doing a swing?
sure. A swing, yeah. One sec. You guys got that?
Can you
You
show us?
see that okay? So you're just holding one head of it on the swing. Could you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then for the burpees, it is the burpees. Okay, there's only 2 jokers in the deck. So is everybody ready?
How many minutes is this? Or is it just continuous?
We're going to do the whole deck.
Oh, lovely.
Yes. So if you want to do the quick math on how many it is per movement, I can't remember. It's a lot. This is one that we used to do at the gym for me and a fella, me and actually, if you know Nick, the guy, bald-headed Nick guy, we would go through the deck and we would just try and do it as fast as we possibly could and try to beat our time all the time. But we hadn't done it for a while. So I do time it. Everybody ready? Here's card number 1. 5 of diamonds. So it is hands to overhead or ground to overhead. 5, ground to overhead. When you're finished, you just stand there so I can see in the camera so they know what everybody's done. Card number 2. 8 of hearts, 8 push-ups. Don't be afraid to scale as you need to if we go through this and you start dying on a certain movement. Good. Card number 3. Jack of hearts, 10 push-ups. Woo. An excellent scale for the push-ups can be just a press, a floor press movement. Just waiting for a few people to finish. Next one. Diamonds, 10 hands ground to overhead. 10 ground to overhead. Go feet a little wider for me, Natalie. This is going to be a heavy breathing kind of movement kind of day. If you feel like you need to sit a card out, you don't have it in you yet, you need a little more rest, you take it as needed, okay? All right, next card. 10 of clubs. 10 swings, 10 swings. Is that a Tide jug, Natasha? That's amazing. Squeeze those shoulder blades back together if you're doing a deadlift on this one. Next card. Queen of spades. Spades are squats, 10 squats, 10 squats. Next card. 8 of clubs, 8 swings, 8 swings. If you start feeling super tired on this one and you feel like your technique's starting to suffer a little bit, you sit a card out, okay? This is a spicy one to do for time. Next card. 6 of hearts. 6 push-ups, 6 push-ups. Next card. Ace of hearts, 1 push-up. Aces, my favorite. Next card. The Joker, 10 burpees. There's 4 sets of 10 of each movement. I see you in the back there, Davidson. Breathe, breathe. Make sure you keep breathing. Next card. 3 of hearts, 3 push-ups. Next card. 8 of spades, 8 squats. Next card. 4 spades, 4 squats. Next card. King of diamonds. Ground to overhead, 10 ground to overhead. I hear you breathing, Tom. Next card. 5 of hearts, 5 push-ups. Next card. 2 clubs, 2 swings. Next card. 10 of spades, jack of spades, 10 squats. Well, if you're barbelling all the way through this, it's going to get spicy.
Sorry, that was 8.
That was 10. It was 10. It was the jack. Next card. 4 diamonds. Diamonds are hands, ground to overhead, ground to overhead. How you doing, Victoria? Yeah, spice. Next card. 8 of diamonds, 8 ground to overhead. Woo! There's always a part in these workouts where you just get smacked with the same movement for like 30 reps. All right. Next card. King of Hearts, 10 push-ups. Only a few left. Mean, I know, Natasha, I know. Breathe. Next card. 4 clubs, 4 swings. Next card. Queen of Hearts, 10 more push-ups. Keep that core nice and tight, Sarah. Next card. Hang on, we got a couple more push-uppers. 5 of spades, 5 squats. Next card, 7 of diamonds, 7 ground to overhead. Just getting sweaty today. Next card, the Joker, 10 burpees. Remember, if you're getting overly fatigued, you need to sit a card out, you sit a card out. Keep breathing. Ready? Next card. 6 of spades, 6 squats. Next card. 8 of hearts, 8 push-ups. Next card. King of clubs, 10 swings. Next card. 7 of spades, 7 squats. Next card. 5 of clubs, 5 swings. Next card. 6 of diamonds, ground to overhead. 6, ground to overhead. Next card. 9 of hearts, 9 push-ups. Full body workout today. Not far now. Only this many left. Next card. 10 of spades, 10 squats. This is where you start thinking, how many 10s are in this deck? I took 2 decks and took all the 10s out of them. No, just kidding, I didn't. Next card. 4 hearts, 4 push-ups. Four push-ups. Next card. Ace of clubs, 1 swing. Ace, 1 swing. Next card. 9 of diamonds, 9 ground to overhead. You can use a plate for this too, Victoria. Just like a 10-pound plate would be perfect. Good. Head through on those ground overheads. Good. Next card. Hang on, we got one more guy going here. Let's go, Maddie. All right. 3 of spades, 3 squats. Not far now. Queen of clubs, 10 swings, 10 swings. Use your hips, squeeze your glutes. All right. Next card, 10 of hearts, 10 push-ups. Next card. Oh, we got a few more push-uppers. Ace of spades, 1 squat. Six clubs, 6 swings. 6 clubs, 6 swings. We're almost done. Keep going. Three of diamonds, 3 ground overhead. Two of diamonds, 2 ground overhead. Next card, 10 jack of clubs, 10 swings. Only a few more cards left. Next one, 2 of hearts, 2 push-ups. Seven of clubs, 7 swings. Ace of diamonds, 1 ground overhead. Nine of clubs, 9 swings. Three cards left. 9 of spades, 9 squats. Three of clubs, 3 swings, 1 card left. Two of spades, 2 squats. And that is the last one. Woo. Excellent job, folks. Unmute yourself. Come on over. Come tell me how it was. You can swear at me.
Surprisingly good.
Good? Was it hard?
I don't know how my hips will be for tomorrow after yesterday and today.
Tomorrow thrusters.
Others that got murdered.
Yeah.
It's a tough. Those are tough workouts. I can remember trying to do one at the gym with Leah and I, where we picked like wall balls, clean and jerks, toes to bars as like the movements. The nice thing about them is you can always change up the movements. And I think we got halfway through it, we were dying, and it was murdering us. But there is an app I used to have on my phone too, where you would just tap the phone and it would show you the next card. That was a lot of fun as well. But I really like those deck of cards ones just for a quick burner of a workout. How was it,
Chris?
One
thing, Aaron, you had way too much fun with this.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you noticed, but I was like bringing the cards in from like this top down.
And also the bah-ha-ha.
Yes. So.
And I wore the wrong shorts. I should have been wearing black today.
Yeah.
Black.
When we used to do this at the gym, we'd put the deck of cards on a box in the middle of the gym, and whoever finished first got to run over and flip the next card. Right, so you would like kind of like try to do your stuff as fast as you can, just so you could be a dick and like flip the card, and people start falling behind. But just to mess with people. But I always like the deck of cards workouts. They're always something different, something fun. It's an easy one if you can't decide what you want to do today, kind of thing for a workout. It kind of forces you to, okay, I'm gonna try and get it done. So, how was it with a barbell? Those of you, Doc did it with a barbell, and Victoria.
So you were moving a little fast for RX Plus.
Yes. Well, I said light, right? Like when I'm thinking like, 55 maybe, for this, just to be able to burn through it real quick. Anything more than 55 on this it's going to get really spicy really fast, especially with ground to overheads, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I took light very literally, and my squats and ground to overhead were just 10 pounds.
We're just 10 pounds. That's perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. 'Cause this one today was about getting you sweaty. I want to save some muscle for tomorrow for the thruster action we're doing. If you haven't done the thruster one yet, what we're doing is you pick a weight and a number, and you try to and then how many thrusters you can do every minute on the minute for 10 minutes. So if you did it last week, then I expect you to either add reps or add weight this week, and see if you can match or beat your score, kind of thing. So maybe I'll do the karate warm up tomorrow too. And we're doing the Bergener dowel stuff tomorrow too. So excellent job today, folks. Recommended stretching for this is going to be pigeon pose. Okay, there's a lot of hinging in that workout, so make sure that your glutes and hamstrings get nice and get a little bit of cool down and stretching work on them. All right, whether that's laying on your back and pulling one knee in, or elevating one leg and leaning forward, pigeon pose, or otherwise. There's a lot of hinging as far as the ground to overhead and the swings go on. So make sure you get some cool down work on that as well. Let's wrap up the class. Come on in and show me your hands here. I count, you clap. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Nice. Awesome. Great job today, folks. Hope you enjoyed.